All right, my friends, if you're a beginner, this lesson's for you. If you're an advanced player, this lesson's for you. Friends and neighbors, welcome back to the Brownstone. Today we are talking about fretboard navigation and groove and all kinds of fun stuff. And I wanted to put together a lesson that everyone could jump in on, whether you are a beginner or an intermediate player or an advanced player. There's going to be something for everyone in this lesson. So the logical step would be to start with my beginner friends and neighbors out there. A lot of you have gone through the beginner series and you're wondering what to do next. Well, the main idea behind the beginner series was to get you accustomed to the first 3 notes on each string. So if we go through those quickly, we've got the open E, and then it's 1st fret to 3rd fret, so 1st finger and 3rd finger. The A and D strings are the same in that they are open and then 2nd fret to 3rd fret. And then the G, you have the open G and it's 2nd fret to 4th fret. And then just to finish off, I will play the 5th fret, the note C, to resolve everything, right? So if I go through those, I've got the notes on the E string. That's E, F at the 1st fret, G at the 3rd fret, going 1st fret, 1st finger, 3rd fret, 3rd finger. And then following through, as I said, the A and the D strings are both the same. You've got the open, and then the 2nd and the 3rd frets. And then the same thing on the D string. Open, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. Also, 2nd finger, 3rd finger. And then on the G, you have open, and then here I'm going to play that 2nd fret with my 1st finger. So I make a little switch there. And then I will play the 4th fret, which is the note B, with my 3rd finger, so that I can then resolve with my little finger on the 5th fret, the note C. Now if I play all of those together, I want to be able to do that as smooth as possible. Here I make the switch to 1st finger on the 2nd fret, 4th finger, sorry, 3rd finger, 4th finger, right? You don't even have to run that backwards right now. Just get accustomed to playing this pattern. I'll play it again. So one more time, E, 1st finger, 3rd finger. The A and the D is open, 2nd finger, 3rd finger. And then the G, open, 1st finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 4th fret, little finger playing the 5th fret. So that's the pattern. Just run that. Really get used to that, because what we're going to do next is play a bit more of an exercise based on that. All right. Anytime I'm working on a particular scale pattern, what happens is I just want to run the scale so that I know where all of the notes are. So that's why I was going through those notes so many times and slowly, so that we all are on the same page and we know where all the notes are going to be, right? Now, here is the pattern. In the last video, I talked about this idea of playing the pentatonic scale with a certain grouping of notes and starting that group of notes on each degree of the pentatonic scale. If that's too advanced for you, then that's okay. We're not going to do that today. What we're going to do is we're going to take the same idea and apply it to this group of notes that we have established. We're going to take the idea of playing the 1st note, the 2nd note, the 3rd note, and then playing the first note again. So we go 1, 2, 3, 1. Right? So now what we do is we take that pattern and we start it on each degree of this scale that we've created. Remember the scale. That's the whole thing. So it's a bit of a long exercise, but I like that because it's really going to make you think about where each of your patterns will start. This is going to be the difficult part of this exercise. But if you know where you've started, then you'll know where to go next. You have to know where you started. You have to know the pattern that you're playing. If you've got those two, then the rest will fall into place, right? So I'll show you what I mean. I'll start by playing E, the F, the G, and then I'll go back to E. And then I'll move to the next note, which is F. And I'll do the same thing. I'll play 3 notes and then play the first note again. So here's the first note, here's the second note, here's the third note, and then I go back to the first note. And then I move up 1 note, and I do the same thing. And I do that for the entire scale. So if we go through this slowly, then here is our pattern. We start 1, this is going to be a long pattern. So stick with me here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the F. Up to the G. Up to A. 2, 3, and then back to 1. B. 2, 3, back to 1. C. 2, 3, back to C. Up to D. Up to E. What comes after E? F. After F, we have G. First finger on the A, 2nd fret, and then A, and then we just end right on that C. And that is the entire exercise. That is it. Now, if you're a beginner starting out with this, then I just want you to work on that. That's all I want you to do. You don't have to play it backwards and forwards. You don't have to do anything else to it. All I want you to do is understand the pattern that's being created, listen so that you understand the sound of the pattern that's being created, and then you'll know where all the notes are supposed to be. Because you've already run the scale, you already know where the notes are supposed to be and where your fingers are supposed to go. Now it's just a matter of understanding how the pattern applies to each note of this scale. The pattern being first note, second note, third note, back to the first note. So this is the exercise. I want you to play this pattern and really understand where everything is. I know I keep saying that, but that is the main thing with this. This is the idea that will push you from being a beginner to moving up towards that intermediate level, because now what we're doing is we're adding more complex patterns to the information that is already under our fingers. And that is how we get to the next step. So we've already established that we have a 4-note phrase where we have 3 notes going back to the first note. But let's say I just push a couple of those notes a little bit to change the rhythm so that we can then turn this into kind of a groove, right? So if I play 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. And take that through the progression, right? The entire scale. Okay, now if that is a little bit too complicated, then we can simplify that by just keeping the first note on beat 1, right? So that your pattern, if you're just starting out with this and you want something that's a little less challenging, you can just play 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and a 1. And then take that through the scale. So, if you understand what's going on with the pattern and you understand what's going on with the rhythm, then guess what we can do? We can add some groove, and Anna 2, my little beat buddy, is back to demonstrate how we apply this to the groove. We can have some fun with this too. So even if you are an advanced player, then you can improvise with this pattern and see how you can change the rhythms up and even change the notes up so that you can maintain the pattern as it goes through the scale, but you can also embellish things here and there. So my friend the Beat Buddy is set up at 80 BPM. I've got a little funk groove that I'm going to play, and we'll just take this pattern through. It's a nice slow tempo so that you can take your time and understand where everything is supposed to go. You can hear these notes, you can hear the movement and what is supposed to happen, and then you'll know exactly what note you'll be going for as you move through the pattern because you already hear it. Here's our groove. Here we go. 1, 2, bop, 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 bop. That's it. Again. That's it. I'm going to play it one more time and then I'm going to move the first and the last note. So I'll start on beat 1, but then beat 1 is going to be pushed every time. If you don't know what that means, then listen to the groove and you'll hear what I'm talking about. 1, 2, bop, 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 and. And that's that. So that's the exercise. And you can hear that there are levels to this. So if this is too much of a challenge for you, then just go back and get an understanding of the scale first. Once you have the scale, just run that. You don't even have to play it ascending and descending yet. You will, but not yet. Just play it so that you know where all those notes are going to be. And then you can apply this pattern where you play 3 notes and then go back to the first note from each degree of our scale. First 3 notes, going back to the first note. And then you go to the second note of the scale and do the same thing. Third note, fourth note, fifth note. Once you have an understanding of that level of the exercise, then you can add some groove and syncopation, and things can dance a little bit more so that you're not just playing patterns, but you're making music. Friends and neighbors, I'm going to leave it there. Do me a favor, if you like this video, click the old like button, share this video with all of your friends or anyone who needs to hear this lesson. Subscribe to the channel, you know the deal, all that business. There are a number of ways that you can donate to the channel, join the channel. And of course, all of the above is greatly, greatly appreciated. And I appreciate you stopping by and visiting me here in the Brownstone. And I'll see you in the next video very soon. Peace.